2026 Mercedes-Benz CLA EV succeeds with a less is more approach thanks to its focus on efficiency rather than power. This new small electric luxury sedan is pleasant to drive and promises big range. If an electric car is like a plant-based meat alternative to a gasoline car, then many of today's EVs are like Burger King Impossible Whoppers. They're packaged in familiar SUV wrappers and stuffed with massive battery packs and powerful electric motors in an attempt to convince the buying public that they're just as good as their gas-powered equivalents. Mercedes-Benz is taking a different approach with the new electric version of the CLA entry-level luxury sedan. This new model focuses on intelligence rather than excess, promising impressive range figures thanks to its efficient powertrain that makes the most out of the battery pack. It's a refreshing change from the overweight, overpowered, and overbearing electric SUVs proliferating across the market, and it has an appealing taste all its own. EV and gas versions in harmonized CLA is also significant in that it marks a new approach for Mercedes-Benz with its electric lineup. The company is moving away from its EV-specific platforms and the EQ-badged models that looked nothing like their gasoline stablemates. The new strategy is based around platforms that can accommodate both gas and electric powertrains, such as the new MMA architecture found under this new CLA. This also means that the electric CLA looks pretty much identical to the upcoming hybrid version that arrives later. The latest CLA is the third generation of this small Mercedes four-door and the first to serve to lower the price of entry for the Mercedes-Benz brand. The new model will likely again be the least expensive Mercedes you can buy in the US, although we don't yet have pricing for either the hybrid or the likely more costly EV. It looks cute and modern, although the front-end treatment with a full-width headlight bar and a star pattern in the grille is a bit cheesy. Its economy car roots are visible inside, where there are hard plastics on the lower portions of the dashboard and the center console, but it avoids feeling low rent. The abundance of screens including a large digital gauge cluster, a central infotainment screen, and an optional passenger side screen distracts from the less impressive materials. And there are many interesting trim and upholstery choices. You can go in a sporty direction with carbon fiber trim and stripes on the seats with the AMG line package, or opt for classier environs with wood and high-end leather options. How does it drive? We've already detailed the technical aspects of the CLA's innovative powertrain, including its highly efficient electric motors, its 2-speed transmission, and its 85 kWh battery pack. The main info left to glean was how it drives. During our drive in Copenhagen, Denmark, we spent most of our time in the rear-wheel drive CLA to 50 Plus, which has a 268 HP electric motor on the rear axle. The acceleration wasn't neck-snapping, but it felt responsive, and the single motor setup offered an appropriate level of power for a vehicle of this size. The steering effort is light and lends the car a nimble feel. With an estimated curb weight of around 4,500 pounds, the CLA isn't quite a featherweight. But the nicely tuned chassis avoids the heavy-handed feel of other EVs. We also liked the tuning of the regenerative braking, which offers for settings: automatic recuperation D Auto, no recuperation D+, standard recuperation D, and enhanced recuperation D. The D+ setting lets you coast effortlessly on the highway, while the D mode allows for one-pedal driving, the shifting of the 2-speed transmission with the second. Higher gear, used mostly for greater efficiency at higher speeds, is barely noticeable. We also briefly drove the dual motor, 349 HP CLA 350, which offers considerably more grunt and all-wheel drive. It's quicker for sure, but we missed the 250-plus model's agility, as the CLA 350 Formatic felt heavier and less playful, with a firmer suspension tube. Some may prefer the extra scoot, but this model feels out of step with the CLA's less is more approach. The CLA 350 also gives up quite a bit of range and efficiency compared to its lower-powered sibling. Range and charging specifics for range. US-specific EPA estimates aren't yet available, but based on everything we know so far, the numbers should be big. We're expecting upwards of 350 miles of range in CLA to 50 plus form. Mercedes also makes big claims in terms of charging thanks to the 800-volt electrical system, saying that it will charge at up to 320 kilowatts and that it will be able to go from 10% to 80% charge in 22 minutes. There's been a bit of a hullabaloo about the US spec car with its ACS port and its ability, or lack thereof, to use for 100-volt Tesla superchargers, but Mercedes seems to have fixed this issue. Depending on the CLA EV starting price, it could be a compelling contender among other electric sedans. Its chief rivals will be the BMW i4, the Hyundai Ioniq 6, and the Tesla Model 3. If this smart driving Mercedes can match or offer more range than them for a similar starting price, it could land with a splash when it arrives in the US later this year.